Hi ladies, welcome to Victorian Cowgirl once again. We're here in Sedona, Arizona, and today I'm going to talk to you about a line that comes all the way from Italy. So this line has been a staple in the store for quite some time, and in my opinion, looking at the breadth of the line, there are pieces that will work great for layering, as I've done with my outfit today, but also pieces that are just stand out and are so gorgeous on their own. So it depends on your preference, your style, all of these different things that we're considering when we look at these different pieces that I'm going to showcase in the video today. But we've gotten in some new pieces for winter, so a number of them are going to be long sleeve. But because I like them as layering pieces too, I do have some that are short sleeve. In fact, the one that I've got on is just a tank style piece. So let's get into it. And I'm going to mention the fact too that, if we've talked about this line when you've been in the store, or even if we haven't, something very important to note, because this line comes from Italy, they are going to be sized 2 through 5. So 2 being on the end of the spectrum like an extra small, and 5 being on the larger end of the spectrum, right? So I get a lot of questions on sizing, so I just wanted to touch on that right away. And then most of the pieces that I have in are going to be a combination of machine washable, let me throw that at you, but merino wool and silk. Most of them have 70% on the wool side and 30% on the silk side. But this line also incorporates other natural fibers. As we move into our spring collection, once we get later in the year, you are going to see more cottons or linens, things like that. But just let's talk about some merino wool and silk in very lightweight. These are very thin. Again, why they work so well for layering. And I know people think of wool as, oh, well, isn't that always warm or hot? Well, wool is such a great insulator that it actually can do the cooling or warming effect that you need. It's all about insulating either direction. But this first piece that I'm showing you, I don't know if you've been able to spot it yet, but they have this really cool mesh and kind of I will call it an embroidered lace section, just right at the neckline. Isn't that gorgeous? So this one I will model in the still shots that Deborah will post on Facebook, so you'll get to see this with skin tone underneath and see that pop out just a little bit more. But that was one piece. I love the blue color of that. I love that detailed neckline. So gorgeous. Now the next piece is a deep, deep purple. And this one you can see is very different from the last. So now we've got a whole different lace incorporated. And we've got an actual little collar that's just gonna pop. So they've got it stitched, so it just comes right along a V neckline. It is just gorgeous, ladies. This color of purple and the little bit of sheen in that collar, I've had really good response to everybody who's seen it in the store. Another new neckline for you. So look at this one. Here we have a different type of lace detailing. And then when we get right in the middle of that neckline, you have kind of a little peekaboo area that shows through. So you're going to have more of the crew neck collar, but then you get that little peekaboo area that's surrounded by all of that lace. Now something you may be wondering, now that you've seen a couple of these, is why do they look so skinny, right? Well, the way that these are knit, there is so much stretch built in. So don't feel like they only fit the teeniest little people. No, they have all the stretch built in that you need. Again, that's why we can fit sizes 2 through 5, Italian sizing, and we can get all those body shapes covered. Now this is the piece that I have on. So you are maybe noticing the little peekaboo section in the one I have on too, but how cool is that embroidered lace? Again, no mesh underneath that one. That is just its own gorgeous lace. Most of these will just have a solid back too, but they are so pretty, ladies. And this one I've done in much more of a casual format, right? I've just layered it with one of our Jennifer Grace kimonos, thrown on a pair of Grace jeans also, and some of our cowgirl accents for styling today. So I like to have fun with them for sure. And a piece like this, how many times do I mention Magnolia Pearl in my videos? Once again, we've got a pink that is just perfect with magnolia pearl. So this one actually has, instead of the plain back, a little lace detail in the V in the back, and then the front, we have that lace layover again.
Reminds me of little peacock feathers.
It does, yeah. It's just such cool and unique accents that they're doing in that lace. Now, speaking of peacock feathers, great segue, Deborah. We have a piece that has a little peacock feather section. Is that not just
gorgeous?
Stunning? Yes. So imagine that on, I mean, look at that collar. That is such a unique collar. Just great with that little satin detail on there. These guys have beautiful, beautiful works. Now this one again will have a little bit of lace detailing on the back in a V. And then when we're seeing the front, sorry, I'm trying to do my best to showcase these because without having a body in them, it's a little bit difficult. But that one is gonna cap down over your shoulder, all in that beautiful and gorgeous lace. And then last, I just wanted to remind you, again, these have been in the store for a while. They've been pretty much a staple. So we often carry a long sleeve version and a tank version in something with just a super simple lace neckline. I love how they finish this. You just get a little ruffle, and depending on how much you stretch that out, it may be noticeable, it may not. They are just, again, that nice thin fabric, so it makes it easy to tuck into your pants or your skirt as well. And they've got some decent length to them. So, you know, again, depending on your sizing and your build, it works with so many different gals. I like to do just a little bit of ruching with mine because it typically kind of holds its place, and then it just gives it a unique look for that reason too. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a call or shoot me a message on Facebook if you have any Oscalito questions. Enjoy your day.